because it has the potential to determine whether or not they will live a life that is faultless and full of joy, or a life that is fraught with nothing but disappointment, challenging financial circumstances, and anxiety. The information that we are going to go over is of the utmost significance for young men to comprehend. This is because it has the potential to determine which kind of life they will live. Have you ever given any thought to the reason why older women who use dating apps almost always declare that they are looking for someone with whom they can have a meaningful and committed relationship? Have you ever given any thought to this? Have you ever pondered this question? This is because they have been with a number of different partners in the past, and as a result, they are seeking for a promising young guy with whom they may eventually start a family. The reason for this is because they have been with a number of different partners in the past. This is due to the fact that in the past they have had a variety of relationships with a variety of different partners. However, there is a catch, and rather than being a love scandal, it is more of a money scandal because they are looking for someone to become their retirement plan. This means that the scandal is more likely to be a financial scandal than a romantic scandal. This indicates that the dispute is more about money than it is about love. They will become less desirable to other men as time goes on, hence, they should make an effort to find someone who can support their lifestyle financially before the window of opportunity closes, so that they do not miss the opportunity before it is gone. This is the line of reasoning that goes through the head of a modern woman who is between the ages of 30 and 40 and who is presenting herself on dating apps. She is thinking about how she wants to come across. These women are fooling themselves into feeling that they are successful because they are ignorant of the fact that men are becoming more intelligent and have begun to recognize the games that women play. As a result, these women are tricking themselves into believing that they are successful. As a direct consequence of this, these women are leading themselves to believe that they are successful while in reality they are just fooling themselves. A significant percentage of guys are already shattered as a result of being rejected, getting divorced, or having their marriages collapse. One of the most common causes of this state of affairs is getting divorced. They are more self-aware than they have ever been, which is why many of these older women end up being exploited rather than the other way around, and then they complain that they can't find anyone with whom they can have a genuine relationship. This is because they are more self-aware than they have ever been. This is due to the fact that individuals currently possess a higher level of self-awareness than they ever had before. Women need to stop complaining about it because they are the ones who are to blame for putting themselves in this difficult situation in the first place. Take a look at the current state of affairs in the several family courts around the country. These unfortunate males have no other option than to hand over 50% of their fortune to women who have never helped them earn any of their money or contributed in any manner to their fortune to begin with. It's a game that a lot of women like to play, and the majority of the time, it's simply to make their life a little bit simpler. It's a game that a lot of women like to play. When they do that, though, they don't really think about the mental health of the male. Throughout the entirety of the procedure, each and every day, they are disintegrating at a startlingly rapid rate. A new instance of a celebrity from the A-list going through a contentious divorce that places them in a position where they are unable to continue living the same lavish lifestyle is brought to light. This puts the celebrity in a position where they are unable to maintain their status as a member of the A-list. They once had this realization on the part of guys, which led to the phenomenon known as MGTOW, which literally means men going their own way. This realization on the part of males resulted in the occurrence. This insight inspired the naming of the corresponding phenomenon. It is a movement that is supporting hundreds of thousands of men all over the world in realizing that they do not require women in order to be successful in life. This realization is being helped along by this movement. There was no culture of having sexual relations that were merely consensual throughout the 19th century in the same sense that we understand the phrase to be used in today. All of this was started by women so that they may indulge their interests and find the partner of their dreams. They did this because they were aware that if they played their cards well, they could acquire any male that they chose. This knowledge motivated them to act in this manner. On the other hand, as of just this moment, that is not the case, and the roles have been switched around. In other words, the tables have been turned. It is now general knowledge among men that the majority of women have the sole aim of robbing them of the money they have diligently earned and damaging their financial status. This information has become common knowledge among males. If you ask any man what it is that he wants from a woman, he will unquestionably tell you that the only thing he wants is commitment and loyalty from the woman he is with. If you ask any man what it is that he wants from a woman, he will tell you exactly what he wants from a woman. This is what males are looking for from female partners. That is a satisfactory method to bring it all together. In spite of this, women are not even permitted to perform the most menial of tasks in some countries. I found myself circling back around to the topic of older women, many of whom have filed for divorce from their husbands in the hopes of using dating apps to meet someone who is in a better financial situation than they are and who has more money than they have. However, in exchange for their sacrifice, they are only given a piece of flesh measuring 6 inches, and after that, the man simply disappears without a trace. Men who behave in this way are actually quite astute because they are aware that the women they are pursuing are only interested in playing games and are not yet prepared to finally settle down with them without any kind of stipulation. These men know that the women they are pursuing are only interested in playing games with them and that they are not yet prepared to finally settle down with them. These men are aware that the women they are courting are simply interested in playing games and are not yet ready to finally settle down with them without any kind of stipulation. However, they continue to pursue these women anyhow. In spite of this, there are still a considerable number of alpha males who are attracted to these women and, as a result, their lives are thrown off track completely as a result. This is due to the fact that these men are nothing more than attention-seeking pigs who are willing to go to any extent in order to win the validation and attention of women. The reason for this is that attention-seeking pigs are attention-seeking pigs. They are incapable of expressing the word no in any circumstance. They are aware, on some level, that this lady is not going to remain, but they have made the decision to continue living with her anyhow, and then they grieve as their life begins to break apart as a result of her. It is excruciating to contemplate the fact that far too many stories end in a manner that is akin to how this one did, yet there are far too many of them. When using a dating app like Tinder, you should always keep in mind that you should maintain awareness of the situation and exercise caution before acting or speaking in response to a woman who is trying to give you way too much attention. You should also remember that you should always keep in mind that you should maintain awareness of the situation and exercise caution. Tell yourself that this chick is nothing more than a cute little creature that is attempting to play tricks on you so that you may carry her around with you for the rest of your life so that you can carry her around with you for the rest of your life. If you are able to persuade yourself of this, you will experience a significant improvement in how you feel about the current circumstances. This is the only other reason she could possibly have for treating you in such a manner, thus it stands to reason that she would do so for this reason. Keep in mind that you should always use care, and that you should never give in to her solicitations since doing so will only cost you in the long run, therefore you should never give in to her solicitations. These ladies are seasoned con artists who are good at persuading naive men and women to feel that they have finally found the one who is great for them. They do this by convincing them that they have finally found the one who is perfect for them.